Yeah, you can hang out in here, I think. Grenade launcher might be kind of overkill. This is I have 12 rounds for this thing. That's probably fine. Ah, my mouse is on the screen. Stop it. There we go. Where am I? Let's actually loop around the other way. There's no zombies that way, right? I want to double check something. Which is I want to double check whether or not that door is the sword key door. I remember being locked at the beginning of the game, but I don't remember if I checked it after the sword key, which admittedly was also at this point the beginning of the game. I may have only checked the end of this hallway once ever. I'm trying to figure out what's left, because obviously I have the sword key, and like this thing's been around forever. I should have used it up by now, right? Yeah, okay. There we go. Mystery solved! Now I don't have a sword key, a shield key, or an armor key, because they're all used up. So every remaining door is either a unique puzzle or it's a helmet key. Good to know. Which, that did save me the trip of having to go back to there on the 3rd floor, past what is at least a bad red dude in this room. So that's good. So what is this zone that I've just not gone to forever? This looks like the basement from 7, kind of. Yes, it does. It's locked from the other side. Huh. A piece of meat from an unidentified source. It's interesting to me. I feel like to some extent Resident Evil 7 kind of feels like it might have been the Force Awakens of Resident Evil, in that it's a new thing with new characters and a new look and everything, but so many aspects are directly calling back to the original game in an attempt to be like, no, seriously, Resident Evil's back, you guys. As like a response, because people didn't like 6 to a very large degree, even though every time I say that, people will always show up in the comments to defend it, but, I mean, you guys are provably in the minority because of, you know, the data. Both user reviews and critic reviews, and the general consensus of the game's pretty solid against the idea that it's the good one. And clearly they also went with that idea. It'll be easier to headshot him if he stands up. So please stand up, dude. Is this the same elevator? It's gotta be, right? The power does not seem to be turned on. Oh, hey. Didn't spot that at first. No, not that. There we go. Like, perspective is hard. Alright, I got a dagger. That's probably fine. No, Jill. I love this gun. It's just fantastic. Oh, it's such a change of pace. Okay. Is this guy still out of it? How is the power not turned on? The lights are on everywhere. Is that it? Huh. Bunch of spices you've never seen before. Are they made of zombies? Eh. I guess the takeaway, aside from opening up a new area and also getting rid of that key finally, is that I traded one shotgun shell for a dagger. Alright. Interesting that this room looks higher resolution in-game than it did in that cutscene. I guess it's because the zombie eyes suck and are bad. And so, like, it just looks bad from his perspective. I still don't have the other gem, right? So I can't do with the lion. Alright, so back to what I was doing. But now with ammo to support myself with, because I used up all of my pistol shots. That elevator is just a Chekhov's gun, right? Like they're hinting at something there. You see the elevator down by that zombie corpse, you see it on the way there again. Like there's just some elevator going to an underground facility. And the idea of an underground facility existing is completely unsurprising because I've seen the movie. Right. Mix these up again. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Thanks for being easy to avoid. How weird is it that of all... They went all in on of all characters to focus on out of Resident Evil, besides Wesker, who is the villain in the movies also. Claire Redfield? Just a bit of a surprise. Not Jill Valentine. Not Leon Kennedy, not Chris Redfield, not Barry. I almost said Barry Kramer. That's the guy. That's Game Grumps. But Claire Redfield is the most prominent STARS member in the movies. Played by Ali Larder. Wait, this is the door that I'm done with. Of course, the most heavily features a made-up character. Because it most heavily focuses on Alice, who as far as I'm aware doesn't exist in any of the games. It's like the Walking Dead approach. Zombie live action adaptations don't like to use existing characters. Because the main two characters right now of Walking Dead are Carol and Daryl, which Carol functionally didn't exist in the source material. As far as the character we know exists, like that basically is just a made-up character using her name. And Daryl straight up didn't exist at all in the comics. They both kind of are heavily focusing on characters that they made up instead of any of the existing cast. What the fuck? What the fuck? The Valley of Destruction, the Cave of Hatred, the Summit of Madness, and the Path of Revenge. Oh, you're a cartoon, Resident Evil. Seems to be some kind of signpost. Each direction is accompanied by a corresponding destination. Yeah, they are. This is not how signs usually work, right? Usually you point in the direction that is the direction you would go in, but they just tell you to figure out which way is north. The Path of Revenge. And it's got like a cartoonish, like, Goosebumps font. Look at the little water running downhill. I wonder if the water's added to emphasize the idea that I'm going downhill, because it's actually a little hard to tell without the water. The perspective's a little hard to judge. There's a switch here. Press it. Oh. Like spinning between the four directions that all mean bad things. Can't wait to see what happens when I do this. There's a switch here. Press it. Is it timed for when I pressed it? It is. Where's the Cerberus? Was he back here? No. So there's probably a specific direction I want him to face. For reasons. Oh. Okay. So there's a mechanic here. I want these all to face a certain direction. But which way? The gate will open when the guard dog's desires are fulfilled. Okay. Statue with red eyes. The inscription reads, War Cry of Revenge. So red needs to be revenge. Blue eyes. The last gasps of destruction. So red revenge, blue destruction. Alright, let's translate that via the sign. So red is west, blue is north. Red, west, blue, north. Yeah. Nope. All right, red west, blue north. Of course it would speed up in that exact moment. Thanks. Gotcha. Why did anyone design this place like this? That guy was an asshole. Like, did he press a button? Is this like a security system where like he pressed a button and now his building is annoying? Like, or did the Spencer, as this game is named after, or the mansion is named after, did he just live with us all the time? Something carved into the indentation. 2 vertical lines across, 3 horizontal lines. Could it be some kind of symbol? Yes, they're all symbols. That's... do you know what the symbol is? Ow! No! Stop it. Cut it out. When the wind sweeps across the earth, stars will shine in the heavens. Okay, so I need to go get the... I need to go backtrack. Let's go get it! Let's go get it! Let's go get my windstone. It is a bit of a double, isn't it? In the effect. Can't get my throat right. Drinking water is not fixing it. But there's the Metroidvania system, which has the upside of making an area feel familiar and like you learned a setting and stuff like that, and I like that part a lot. But it's also the limited inventory space Resident Evil system crossed with the Metroidvania like non-linear unlocks of an area system. And when you take those two systems and stack them on each other, it leads to a lot of backtracking. Not just the backtracking that's kind of inherent to a Metroidvania when you get like a new ability, but the additional layer of, oh, that's the thing that opens with the thing, but the thing isn't on me because I was saving inventory space. So now backtrack to box where thing is stored to then backtrack to place where you saw the place to use the thing, and so on. And then you take into, then you account for like just how much of a trek it is to get to a specific location. It's probably, there's got to be such a massive difference in play duration between normal playthroughs and speedruns. It's always true, but it has to be like really pronounced, just as a factor of the come on over. Just as a factor of the fact that like not having a plan, I just have to make an individual trip for basically every item when it's suddenly becomes relevant, where somebody else would have like their inventory packed to the gills with the specific things they need on specific routes. And they might get done in 10 minutes, what takes me 2 hours as a result. We're probably like 6 hours in or something. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody got this far in like 2. And I have no other hexagons. Nope. It is nice to not have any of my keys. That comes in handy. I was thinking for a moment there to bring my knife. But I was thinking like if I shoot somebody with my shotgun, they're probably already dead. I want to say that dogs and zombies pretty much just die. It's like, well, like at this point, my inventory being this open, I'd be more likely to bring my knife with me with the pistol. In fact, if I had located that sword door sooner, and therefore not had a sword key to worry about, I might have been more likely to bring my knife with me while I was using my gun to potentially try to knife targets that are when they're on the ground and stuff like that. Make my ammo last longer. But I always want to leave a few slots open because I don't want to get stuck not being able to pick up the stuff I'm finding. And yet, despite my best efforts, it's exactly what has happened. I'm gonna try to take the crest off, if I can. There's a crest by the door. I'm gonna try taking it off and see if the door still opens. Because if it does, then I don't need it there anymore. But if it doesn't, if it does genuinely stop me from opening the door— whoa, Jesus! God damn it. No. I'm gonna have to fight him with a grenade launcher later. I finally screwed up that sequence and got mixed up about when and where he shows up. It is weird, he changes location where he's spawned every time you enter that room. But I finally fucked it up after doing it like 8 times. It's locked now, isn't it? Yep. Doesn't... I was curious why you could take it back out. You might still use it in that one basement. So not only did I mess up and lose my grapple item as a result, which frankly I'm not that bothered by just because I'm resigned to it by now. I've so consistently lost all of those every time. Like every single time I have any kind of grapple defense item, I immediately lose it, and because I immediately get grabbed by just anything It's because everything grabs you. So I'm not that shocked by that at this point. But I'm bummed out by that when I followed up with the shotgun blast. Did I reload? Yeah. When I followed up with a shotgun blast, his head didn't come off. So that means he's probably going to get up later, and I don't have any fuel to burn him with. And Jill's too stupid to break the head of one that's already down. Like, I get the whole destruction of the head part, I just don't get the contrivance of having to burn them. Like, why can't I just break his head when he's down? Why is he off? Why is his body off limits to all things but fire the moment he falls over? Besides, you know, video game mechanics. Video games. Hello. Hey. Leave me alone. The crests are fitted. Because the back gives me the hint. The first one was verticals, right? Yeah, so use you. You can't use this item as is. What do you mean? There's a button where you press it. Okay. No, not combine. There we go. Got it. Ooh. Hello. Ow, stop it. Stop it. Go away. Leave me alone. Stop. You're ruining my moment. The gun has been placed neatly inside. Will you take the Magnum revolver? Hello. Silver Serpent 357 Magnum. So totally different ammo type, right? Probably significantly more powerful. In fact, I think I've used a Magnum before in Resident Evil games, and it's like a big deal. It's loaded with Magnum rounds. Can I look at that from that angle? Yeah. I do like that they animated the guns. Like this. Yeah. Just a fun little moment. Alright. That's cool. Alright, so I've got 10 shotgun rounds, 6 Magnum rounds. And now we have 4 weapons total to juggle between. Alright, well I'm glad I came back with that. That was worthwhile. Can I read these? Nope. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. That's probably the only thing. Yeah. Alright. It's a good thing I came back with the wind crest. That was largely worth it. No. Was that a female voice and some moaning? Isn't the sound I heard from the basement thing? Which I haven't opened? No items here, just me and maybe a bad thing. A large statue stands silently in the darkness. Just wait. They're building anticipation. I'm just waiting for something to happen, and I'm like, what is it? What do you want from me? There's so many screens of nothing happening. It's like the beginning of Silent Hill 2. Hi, where am I? The house. Whoa! I just walked clear. I just walked straight through all these logs. What's up with that? You can just go straight through them all. Is that intentional? That's just weird. Huh. Lots of garbage on the floor. Can't go through this grass, though? A faint light shines through the crack. Maybe it's a sign of life. Oh, the invisible walls got weird here. I can walk through the actual solid-ass wood over here, but not into that grass over there. Can I take the rope or anything? No. I mean, I guess it's a green zone, so I shouldn't be looking for items. Hi. Someone's keeping a fire in here. Oh, it's a safe room. Or at least there's a typewriter in here. There's a map of the courtyard. Take it. Oh, all the stuff on the left. For a second there I thought it didn't add anything. But everything to the left is now added in, which is probably the area with the water, right? It's stuff past that point. This seems to be a dead end over here. I have some typewriter ribbons. Crude bed. Looks like no one's used it in a long time. From here you've got a good view of the entrance to the cabin. A family picture. A family picture and some notes. My dearest Lisa. There's a journal left by someone. 19. Dad attached. First mom attached. Second. Inside red and slimy. White and hard. Not true, mom. Where? I think it's saying they were attacked. Dad was attacked first, then mom, and they're gored. Dunno, dad found mom again. When attacked mommy, she moved no more. She's screaming. Why? Just want to be with her. Mom, where? I miss you. Is this somebody who killed their parents and doesn't understand that they're dead? I've got big guns and that makes me mad. I don't know why I said mad. Just ignore that. Words just fail me at times. I think you can maybe jump down from there? There's items around here. Some oh, typewriter. Does typewriter have... I had an ink ribbon. Yeah, I'm trying to see if you have an ink ribbon. No. Oh, hey, kerosene. That I can't click on. It's also tipped over, so it's probably not... doesn't have anything in it. Oh, this is disheartening. Just because I'm not, like, finding anything around here. So now that I've got it equipped, let's just see. Nope. This fuel canister is not gonna help me. Where's the item? Where's even like an interactive thing around here? Well, let's see, I've got my lighter Now, is there something around here that I should be burning? Like a candle? There's lots of nice webs everywhere, so if we lit a fire, this whole place would go up. What's probably pretty concerning is just the fact that this place looks so abandoned. And yet there's a fire. Ooh, fire. Who lit a fire? From here you've got a good view of the entrance of the cabin. They're emphasizing that specifically. I'm wondering why that is. Oh. Maybe the implication is that somebody was here when I got here, and that's where the fire is going. But because you have such a good view of the entrance right there, they ran off. They saw me coming. That's concerning. Almost as concerning as that I'm about to be on my last ink ribbon. Hooray!